Hello, everyone. Today, I want to talk to you about the importance of easing into your brain rewiring practice. If you're working with a brain rewiring program, please make sure that you start at a pace that is comfortable for you. Programs will often set guidelines of how much you should practice each day. Typically, it's either an hour or it's 40 minutes or an hour and a half, depends on which program you choose. But remember that these are guidelines, something you want to arrive at eventually after you have been practicing for a while. Most retrainers don't have the capacity to start with the recommended daily practice, and that is completely normal. This is happening for two reasons. Reason number one is you're asking your brain to think differently, sometimes completely opposite than how you've been thinking before. So, this is actually really strenuous work for your brain. And reason number two, your brain does not want you to change because it perceives any big change as something that is dangerous. Your brain's job is to keep you alive and not to help you thrive. And even if you're in a difficult state, it will choose that over something that is completely unknown. And if you've been struggling with chronic illness, your brain is primed to look for danger even in situations that are not dangerous. So if you're going to try to jump in and do an hour practice from the get-go, you're either going to experience overwhelm or resistance. Let me elaborate on this just a little bit. So resistance is when you simply cannot do any brain rewiring. It feels like despite your best effort, you just can't get started. And I will talk to you about resistance more in another video. I will link it to the end of this video. So please check it out if you're interested in how to overcome resistance and how to understand what resistance really is. And another one would be overwhelm. And overwhelm would manifest in physical symptoms of being extremely fatigued or completely exhausted after trying to do an hour of practice a day. And both resistance and overwhelm can be extremely discouraging for people who are trying to retrain their brain. So trust me that it's not worth overdoing it. Starting slow doesn't mean that you're going to be stuck at that pace forever. Every week you are going to try to add a little bit more and work your way up to your 40 minutes or hour practice a day or whatever it is that your program is asking you to do. So the long story short, please don't give up. Just dial your practice back if it feels too overwhelming for you. Doing a short routine every day is going to have a lot more impact than trying to do an hour of practice a day that feels completely daunting. When it comes to brain rewiring, consistency and repetition is the key. Part of your healing journey is to learn how to slow down and rest when you need to. Many of us on this journey have been highly functioning individuals before we got sick, and we want to heal so we can get back to living a productive life. But the purpose of healing is not so you can work harder and to give more to others. The purpose of healing is so you can finally live a well-balanced and fulfilling life. And if you've been feeling lost about your life, this healing journey is going to find your purpose when your brain reorganizes in a healthy way.